Good evening, sir.
Yes. So Renuka is here. First, we just connected. I just connected with Renuka sometimes back. So she will explain like she has taken a break. Okay. Instead of me, she will explain brief about herself, what is happening with her. Okay. Then we will move on to then we will move on with the questions, whatever you have shared. Okay. Yeah, Renuka.
Yeah, thanks, Chetan. So I'll give a little bit of introduction of myself. So my name is Renuka, and I have total more than 8.5 years of experience as a full stack developer. I worked in the ASP.NET Core and ASP.NET MVC and Angular. And since more than 2.5 years, I'm working in the AWS as well. But I have taken a planned break in October 2025 for 6 months, and now I'm almost completing my 6 months. And so, just I think 2 to 3 weeks back, I again started created my again Naukri profile, and again started searching for the job. Yeah, so that is
Can
my
you can you share your screen and show that
yes,
see how many
yes.
calls you are receiving?
My screen is visible.
Yes.
Yeah. So I created an account, in April month only, before March month itself, but I have deactivated as well in between. And again, I activated on the 6th April because I was getting many calls in a day. After 1 minute, after 1 minute, I was getting the call. So I was not at all able to focus on anything, not even on the preparations and everything. So I just deactivated the account in between. And again, I think on 6th April, you can see again I have activated the account, and again that is the same thing. I thought of mentioning the timing of call timing, like 4 to 6 p.m., but still I'm getting call from morning to evening. So now also I'm getting a lot of calls currently.
Right. So those who are only limited to Angular and React, those who are looking, even myself also, when last 3 to 4 months back, and when I was looking, so weekly I was getting at least 2 or 3 calls at that time before 6 months. Now those who are preparing, Damini or Pratima, we have so many people who are actually currently looking. They have connected with me. So hardly 1 or 2 calls they are getting weekly, and that too, it is not guaranteed that it will get converted into interview. Just might be fake call also. Two of the
Mhm.
people who have connected with me, they got call from Accenture. They got mail also that yeah, interview will happen on this particular date, but your interviews are getting cancelled automatically, getting rejected. They are sending the link to again reschedule it again. That is also getting rejected, right? But on the other hand, if you are a full stack developer, so this is the reality. Uh, I don't know. Before
Today
some
itself, I
days,
have attended 5 to 6 interviews, and
right,
I'm getting more call, but I was getting complete headache, so I said I couldn't take it more,
right.
and I stopped it for today. Yeah.
Right. So those who are only limited for Angular, you by now those who are actually looking and those who don't have the job right now, they know ki for Angular how many calls are there. And same goes for React also. Some people are saying like for Angular we don't have, but React it's not like that. For both the thing we have the same job opening, but for React less people are there, so that openings looks more. Okay. So same thing is happening. But when you talk about full stack, either it is with .NET plus Java, sorry, .NET with Angular, .NET with React, Java plus Angular, Java plus React, calls are just how we used to have the calls before Corona, right? If you are immediate joiner, how many calls you will get? Even if you have 1 month of notice period left, we were getting so many of calls. But that thing is not there for only Angular or React developer, right? One more day. Anand, are you there? Anand.
Yeah, hello, Chit.
Yeah, you can also share because you also face the similar kind of, right?
Yeah. So myself, and I total have 8 years of experience in front-end development, specifically to Angular. So recently, before 2 months only, I joined a organization. So before that, the situation was totally different. Like I was only looking for Angular opportunity and almost getting like getting only like 1 or 2 call, and that is also like between 2 or 3 days, and that is also not converting in actual interview. So then like the situation, I only got opportunity because of some referral, and that is also like you can say it's a rare case. So now the situation is very critical, and like we have to switch, or we can say we have to migrate it to full stack. Only
Right.
the front end is not enough.
Right.
Yeah.
Either you can look into the GenAI profile also. But again, when we talk about GenAI, backend is needed. Either you say Python or Java or Node.js, one backend is needed because some of you might have seen yesterday today's video. I have created a bot kind of thing. I have a local folder. Okay. Inside that folder, if I put any recording, that gets automatically uploaded to my YouTube. So I don't have to manually go to the YouTube, upload the video, all thing happening automatically. That is kind of an automation. But so there are so many APIs available on cloud. So I use Google APIs, YouTube API is there, and the Auth API to generate the token. But again, with the help of AI only I did that. If you said like there was no and you asked me to do it, obviously I would say na, if we have a folder and if I put any particular file into that folder, how it will automatically detect and how it will automatically upload to the YouTube, right? That thing was not possible earlier, but now with the help of AI, everything is possible. That idea I got it because I was talking to one of the friend. He said he has an application where Google Calendar we have. So many events we create, kind of a meeting event or some events, right? We have to manually go and create over the end. So their client wanted a functionality that they get what number of events they are going to have in couple of weeks. They get all that in a text file, multiple text file they will get with the name of the event and some description of it. So they said like, why can't we create something like that? That in client machine, he will put all the text file into particular folder. And once I put any files into that, it should read that files, whatever the text file I put, and that whatever the events files I have put it on the notepad file, my event should automatically get created. So they also done it, right? So many things are there, but again, Node.js little bit. As Angular developer, we understand JavaScript. So Node.js is not totally new thing for us. Those who feels like .NET and Java is very huge for them, start with Node.js. You know JavaScript. You just have to learn little bit of MongoDB or any database concept, right? Again, as a software developer, you should by now know the basic concept. What is database, right? So start looking into that because if we are just limited with the Angular, at least for now we are getting call, but moving ahead there is no guarantee that only for Angular or for the React developer people will call us, because backend developer can do the job what we are doing for now with the help of AI. Most of you who are using AI, Vipul or anyone likes to talk, those who are actually using AI, Vipul.
Yeah, Chetan.
So what we are doing AI can do easily if it is not very complex.
Yeah, definitely. I can tell my experience actually. So basically, just to introduce myself first, I have 12 plus years of experience, and I'm primarily into front-end development only. I'm currently using Angular SSR micro front-end architecture. But nowadays, like around 1 month or 1.5 month back, we got one IDE. It's
Sorry
a
to interrupt.
Windsurf
Vipul is,
IDE.
sorry to interrupt. Vipul is in Dell. Okay, from last 2 years, right? 2.5 years.
4 years, 4 years.
Yeah, 4 years almost. So we were together in Accenture.
Yeah,
I changed two companies after him, but he is still in Dell only.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, yeah, so basically, like most of us know, right? Like more than almost a year ago only, we got access to Copilot or similar tools. We had Codium in our company, and then we started using Codium to generate the code based on our queries. It used to give us the response, but it was not as helpful as today. Okay, so basically, what we used to do earlier was we used to get the prompt, put it in the that chat model, and then we used to get the response, and based on that we used to copy that code and we used to try integrating that code into existing code. But more like almost 1.5 month back we got Windsurf. It is basically similar to VS Code, or you can simply say it's clone of VS Code, but it is an AI IDE. So it will directly, just based on your prompt, it will directly scan your code, whatever components you have in your Angular project, and it will directly edit the files for you. So you just have a job to review that code and accept or reject that code. Whether if it is working fine, you can test it. If it doesn't work, you can simply say that it's not working. It will go back to its original, that query, and try to search for the different solution. And as long as it doesn't work, if you keep telling it that it is still not working, it keeps looking for the better solution, and ultimately you will definitely get the results. The only thing here is what kind of model or LM model basically you are using to get the solution. So in short, basically the Angular or any front end development is all auto generated now. We only have one job to give a prompt and just review the solution and test it. If it works, we are good. Yeah. So that's how it is currently.
So just like Vipul and me also, in my previous company, like everything we were getting done by the GitHub Copilot only. Again, client was also saying that don't write the code, use the AI only to write, because they were checking the report also, ki how many prompt, what is that use history we are using. They were checking the history every week also, ki how much we are using or not, because they are paying $40 a month, Copilot, at least $40, 42 or something dollars were there for a month. So they are checking like what the money they're investing, developer is actually using that or not. So even though you feel that I don't want to use AI that much, but still there is no your choice now. Client will force you to use AI now, right? Shashi?
Yep. I think I totally agree on that point. What just now Chetan mentioned and Vipul also mentioned about the usage of the IDEs. So because I remember there was a lot of people like 2 years back, Lane, AI is not going to replace us, this, that. But now I really felt that because, okay, by the way, let me just give a background about myself. So my name is Shashi. Currently, I'm living in Europe, working for an EU-based client. Here, I have worked in multiple countries like Singapore, Dubai, and now I'm in Europe. And I have seen this not just in like India, but also outside of India. Like in my company, so recently we had a laid off, and I think we laid off about 25 people. And out of this 25, 12 were markup developers, 5 automation engineers, and 4 junior developers, if I'm not wrong. And the reason was pretty simple. Like why I am safe, I can say that because I know how to survive in this situation, because I was almost ready. Like since last 1 year, I was preparing myself to build my profile in such a way that I'm still relevant in the industry. And what do I mean by that? Like for me, my strategy was simple: to basically enhance my skills in Gen AI, focus more on the full stack development, and try to make use of AI as much as possible to basically speed up my work. And trust me, just doing that, I think I think I would say I feel quite safe at the moment just by doing all that strategies. So I'm gonna say the same, man. Just try to follow it as much as you can so that you can really survive in this industry.
All right. Again, moving ahead, interviews also will change. Instead of just focusing on, they will more focused on the fundamental, and they will start asking about the AI also, like what tools you have used, how you have used, which LLM model when to use, right? Each LLM model has some specific use cases, like normal work you are doing, some thinking and some extra thing you have to use. So which model you will use? Again, AI is not free, right? It has also a limitation, even though you have a premium plans, right? So this thing they will start asking soon. So if you're not using it till now, so many people are still using it just to write the test cases. Many of report the same, like, yeah, we are using, but again, just to cover the test cases, whatever code coverage we have to do, right?
Hello,
Oh,
hello.
Just a minute. Anyone who was there, Aishwarya or Amir, you joined recently, anything like to share?
I just want to add one more point, Chetan,
Yeah.
which I think I shared with you when we were talking. just to help the community. So I think if you are thinking like if the .NET is a little bit difficult to start with, as same like Chetan mentioned, like as we are a Angular developer, we know more about the Node.js also. So we can start the Node.js, and nowadays I have seen like every call I'm getting that is asking either Azure or AWS. And you can still start with the like node lambda functions, creating small lambda functions and something, and deploying it to the AWS or maybe Azure. They have the Azure functions. So that way you can try small things, because in those interviews also they are not asking very deep on the cloud part. And again on the node side also, if you have basic knowledge as well, you can get into the company. Because I can say where I was working my last company, I was not having any cloud exposure. In that company I got first I mean I worked on AWS first. So since now 2.5 years, more than 2.5 years, I'm working on AWS. But during that period of time, AWS was new for me. So you can just get into the company, or to get the interview clear, or to get the calls. You start learning small topics on cloud, and with the maybe the node, you can try if you don't want to try with the .NET. Yeah, so at least you will get the better calls. Nowadays every company is looking for AWS as a backend, AWS Azure, and front end as Angular.
Right. So that cloud is also one more thing we can explore. Right. Again, Anand talk, right? Anand and me are in the same company, in the same project. Our project started, but the client didn't get the project, whatever the product we started. Client, their FIS didn't get any client. Okay. So our project is going to be stop in phase 1. Now we have to move to the reactjs. Now at least I know the basic of reactjs, but Anand again didn't know anything about reactjs. But still we don't have any option, right? So if you want to be limited to the UI, so don't again be limited with the Angular itself. Learn reactjs, be aware of the Next.js, what things are there. So company will give you project. Like if, yeah, it's okay, like Angular client or Angular projects are not there. But since, because most of the company evaluate you on the JavaScript, that's the reason. Because if you Angular project is not there, you with the little bit of training, or with the, they will provide you, that, what do we have? Coursera or something, Udemy, right? So they will provide you the training. With that training, you should be able to quickly jump to the React also. So if you think like .NET is a very huge thing for you, learn React. So you have two technologies. So something will be there to survive. Correct, Shashi?
Yeah, I think I just want to give my 2 cents on this topic. See, guys, I don't know, like maybe I might sound a bit like, hey, he knows, that's why he's saying. But for me, right, always the fundamental is, please try to understand what programming is. Try to understand the fundamentals. Like, okay, let me say, let me talk in terms of an example. So if I talk about what is middleware, right? So this particular topic is relevant into Node.js. It is relevant into .NET. It is relevant into Java. It is relevant into any backend technology. So what I always tell my students, like, hey, if you want to learn anything, try to focus more on the programming fundamentals. Try to focus on the logic building. So for example, when I am taking someone's interview, I'm not looking for how good he is in Angular or how good he is in React. For me, I just want to understand how good this guy is in fundamentals, because if I know he's someone, his fundamental is strong, then I know this guy can learn anything. Okay. And this is been proven a lot of time, like when I hire someone in my company, and this strategy has worked quite flawless for me. Like if I hire that guy, I know he will be able to do it, because that's where I have tested him. Okay, so again, I'm not telling you to don't learn React, Angular, and learn all this multiple technology. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that try to also like put some extra effort in understanding one specific topic, so that hey, your fundamentals become stronger and stronger over the time. Because you never know, man. Today is Angular, tomorrow is React, day after tomorrow there is another framework which can come. So we just have to be ready now, because you guys have already seen how AI came into this picture, and things are changing quite drastically. Because I know, like, I'm saying, hey, I can use AI and do something, but for example, if the AI has generated some code and you don't even understand that code, then it doesn't make any sense for you, to be honest, because here you are helping AI, not yourself.
All right.
Okay, So try to keep these things into consideration.
Right. So that's why JavaScript is that much important, and all the companies just start with the JavaScript, even though they are going to hire for Angular or React, they only check for the JavaScript fundamentals only, right?
Yep.
So should we like start with Node.js or Java? That will be better.
So I will say Node.js is relatively, we are known to the code. It's not completely new. So it will be very easy to grasp Node.js. Again, it's everything is function only. Some things you have to learn extra, but not everything, right? Yeah, Vina.
And guys, also it depends. Okay, so okay, let me also like talk in this way. For example, if you guys are getting call from an interview, like okay, you are going on naukri.com and you see there are a lot of profiles. Okay, let's forget about Angular, but because I know them, I think so this is a very hot question from everyone, that hey, which backend technology should I go with? So I would say this always depends on what kind of job you are getting like most call. Like for example, I got 10 HR call, and out of 10 HR call, out of that 10, 5 were asking about Java. So I am someone who will always go and prefer Java, because I know that is what it is people are asking me. Because for me, my first priority is I need a job. Okay, so once you are into a real job, and once you get something, like I think if you want to learn something, if you want to get better in something, I think you have to do some real task, you have to deal with some real challenges. So that's where my focus will be like. And trust me, nowadays it is becoming more easier to learn any technology out there because of AI.
Correct.
I know people are scared of AI. I would say no, you should learn, because AI is there to help you, not to scare you. Trust me
Correct.
when I say this. Because now with the help of AI, I can learn any technology out there, because I can talk, hey, can you explain me in detail about what is middleware? Can you explain me this topic to like a 5-year-old child? For example, just you want to understand the real fundamental. So there is some guy who can help you to give you all details what you want. Getting my point? So I would say, if you want to choose your backend technology, then choose it in terms of what kind of job you are getting more calls for, to be honest, because everyone needs money, right, to survive. And simple as that. So that's how my mind basically works. For example, in future, no one is asking about .NET, everyone is asking about Java. I will shift myself as a Java developer. Trust me when I say this. I'm a .NET full stack guy, by the way, but I just try to make myself more flexible. So I think this is one tip I would like to give it to everybody out there, whoever is listening this.
Yes.
Yeah, over to you,
Shashi,
Chetan.
can you open your interview portal also quickly? We can show that also. Yeah, Vina,
Uh,
till that, can you go with your question?
Yeah, I do have a question for Shashi only. As he mentioned earlier in his intro that he is working from the Europe. I do also in Europe and looking at the opportunity in Europe only. I want some guidance from him because I'm almost doing the 10 plus application every day because here it takes times to do the all application and everything, but nothing is turning out to be done in interview. So I want him some strategy that how is worked, how does it work in Europe? Because he might know that there is a big gap here is the language because we should know the German, and I want to know the person who don't know the German how is going to be in Europe.
so basically, now I want to really understand your strategy. Like, I just have a counter question to you. Like, what is your current strategy? What you are following to get a job?
Okay, I'm mostly doing the all application via Zing, Stapstone, and the LinkedIn. I
Mm-hmm.
mostly follow whenever there is any job post. I try to apply within 30 minutes so that I should be in that 2030.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the cases, as you know, the way you see if they put everything in a description, and it's not possible that some person know AWS also and Azure also. Someone should want to be in specializing as I'm more interested in Azure. So I haven't learned AWS. But in description, they mention is like, oh, I don't want Azure also, I want AWS also. So just to
Mm-hmm.
match their description, changing the CV to match ATS score, I feel it doesn't work because you don't know that one. You're just matching with the description to get shortlisted with the ATS one. So I usually don't do that, and I think so that's the reason I'm not getting much of the call. But yeah, every day morning I mostly do. I won't apply much on Friday. I mostly do in Sunday evening also. So on Monday it could be a fresh start. So I'll get the more opportunity. I'm not very good at this one, but I'm just learning.
Well, I think that's not bad, to be honest. That's actually a good strategy. It's not bad. But yeah, I know about if you're into German market, it actually becomes a bit difficult just because of that language barrier, as you said. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah, that's a major issue for me because
yeah,
everywhere they mention you need the Sehr gut Deutsch, and which is not, I don't have. Yeah.
and I'll tell you what was the case for me. So for me, my profile actually was the main highlight what I have built in last like 4 to 5 years. If you go to my LinkedIn, if you see my profile, the moment HR sees my profile, he knows what this guy is. Like this guy is good in business. And why is that? Because of the profile what I have built. People know what I do. People already know what kind of code I write because there is a lot of things which is open source out there. What I'm actually building, okay, and it's all
Okay.
open source, so people have access to see like, okay, what this guy is capable of, should we hire him or not. Okay, so that is my first strategy to build your online presence. The second one was basically to build my network, which I did again over the time. Like I was in Singapore, I was in Dubai, then I had a lot of contacts in Europe because I was giving a lot of tech talks, and because
Okay.
of that my profile got highlighted. And one of the CTO in I don't want to name that company, but one of the CTO from a Europe based company has really reached out to me, hey, are you looking for a job or something like that. And that's how things has fall for me. Like whichever country I went, it was a bit easier for me because of my social presence. And that's why I always tell people, like people say, hey, I know he will say the same thing what other YouTubers are saying, that hey, just do put your work on LinkedIn, do this and that. To be honest, that really actually works sometime, because out of 10 HR, 2 HR will really go and see your profile. And if they say what kind of work you do, if they see your GitHub profile, if they see your LinkedIn profile, how much knowledge you share online, or what are you talking about, what you learn on daily basis, so they really, your profile actually talks more, so that you don't have to talk much in front of HR. And this is the case for me. But again, coming back to the real question, like what you have, what strategy, I can actually tell you that you should start reaching out to the people on LinkedIn. Like for example, if you reach out to me with your resume, I can really see something for you, because that's what I do most of the time. And I won't lie, I have helped actually two students, not students, but they are like 3 years of experience. They have reached out to me, and I had few contacts from HR because I was someone who was taking interview as a .NET full stack guy. So it was easier for me to refer them, to be honest. So that's what I'm saying, like try to reach out to people on LinkedIn. Okay, that's the first thing you can do. Second thing, you can make sure that you are getting some referrals from your ex colleagues, as much as
Okay.
maybe if you're married, if you have husband there out there who lives in Germany, who's maybe if he's already working, try to reach out to each and everyone, like hey, if you can help. That's what we need to do right now, because I know this is not 2020 or 2021 where we can get calls easily or job easily. This is 2026. We have to deal with a lot of things now. So now we have to also put some extra effort. Okay, so first thing, referral. Second thing, LinkedIn outreach. Second thing, I would say, don't just rely more on LinkedIn easy apply or that apply button. Try to actually go on the website, try to see what kind of job they are actually showcasing, and try to apply from the real website, like not just LinkedIn. Okay, and third, like fourth one, I would say is to basically find something on GitHub or something on Twitter, because I have seen people getting jobs from Twitter as well, but it depends. If you are looking for something in the startup area, then yes, Twitter is something you should really look for, because I see a lot of people post a job there. I know they are not giving you a very huge salary, but yeah, if something you are looking for in Europe, I think it would be easier for you to get something from Twitter.
Oh,
So
that's a new one. Really appreciate.
yeah,
Sorry to taking much time. I can't see your name. It's showing some shortcut with SKY.
yeah, that's
What?
my name for, yeah, it's
Please,
Sky. But I
share
can
the
maybe,
LinkedIn one.
Yeah,
Like
it
that.
would be better. I was searching, but it's not.
okay, you can search for Shruti Kumar Yadav. You can find me there. Okay, I don't know, man. How do I share my screen now? Okay, let me share my screen, and then I can. Okay,
So most of you have got that interview link, na? Yes, yesterday morning, sorry, today only, right? the interview portal. So Shashi has created that.
So this is you can just go on shashikumar.dev. You can find everything what I do, how I do, whatever it is. And yeah, this is one of the portal what maybe he has shared, which I'm actually working on, and there is a high chance that this portal I'm about to sell it to some EU based startup here. I'm just in talks. I have no idea. But yeah, this portal, what you see, right? It is not something I built it alone. I built it by using AI, and I think it's a very good example now because Chetan has shared that some candidate told that, hey, Chetan, there are some interview questions which are mismatch. Like, hey, this is not correct. And the problem was I was relying completely on AI to do my job, and that's where the problem starts. So that's why I say, okay, you should know how to use AI. Use AI, but don't trust AI completely. And that's what mistake what I did, and that's why I need someone to review this, and that's why Chetan is here to help me. Thank you for that, Chetan. But yeah, this is what it is. Okay, I don't want to take the stage, so now Chetan, over to you.
Yeah. Okay, so those who are giving interviews currently, so mock interviews also there on that portal. Check it out. So he will also get the feedbacks. Like some of the people have shared, I have shared the same with Shashi. Right. So those who are interviews, you can just check it out. Okay. Now
Yep.
again, like
Just one thing before, like I'm actually coming up with a really cool idea, to be honest. If you see here, it is still not live, but there will be a new section where you can start an interview where AI can take your interview. You just have to choose a language which you're confident in. You choose, you select, and there will be someone like an AI agent who's going to take your okay. But yeah, bye bye. Okay, so this is what it is, but yeah, it is coming soon. It's not yet live. I'm still testing it. It's in the testing phase.
right. Thank you. Okay, so some of the question like you guys have shared, mostly around you are an immediate joiner but still not getting call. Okay, so many time I have shared the same thing. Basically, like you have to check your ATS score. Okay, check your formatting and everything is correct. More than 80% it should be. Again, that is just one factor. Check the Angular related job openings. Ki what they are putting into your description, job description. Try to get some job description. Let's say open 4 to 5 Angular job opening, get that description, put it into a notepad, then upload that to a chat GPT or any cloud or any AI tool, and then share your CV. So the job description from 5 to 6 opening and your CV, and then ask him like what are the keywords are common in your job description and what are missing in my CV. Have all those keywords present in your CV. Maybe keywords how you can add in one project, you can add Angular 12. In another project, you can add Angular development. In another project, you can add build deployment. In another project, you can add Agile, Scrum planning, Scrum, your review, right? Sprint planning and everything. Whatever the description is there, and if maximum keywords are present in your CV, that is how AI is filtering your CV. So many people are immediate joiner, but still not getting called because that is the first step. Doesn't matter your preparation, doesn't matter anything. If your CV is not getting filtered, no HR will call you because so many people are immediate joiner. They might be getting, they are done with their notice period and they are empty. So many people are like that, right? So check that two things. Again, explore your option. Don't be limited with Naukri only. Indeed is also there. LinkedIn is also there. Reach out to the people. Try to connect. Grow your network. Okay, grow your network. Once you grow your, as such said, now once you grow your network, you get to see ki, even let's say recruiter. Even if you are not able to send the connection, you can follow the recruiters, right? Simply search or join the groups. People are sharing the requirement in the groups also, right? So grow your network. Indeed, also you can try. Again, reference. Okay, like be good to your colleagues because this will help you somehow. Okay. Once your experience is greater than 8 to 9 years now, it is very hard to find job from the Naukri. Reference is the only way what we have. So be good there also. You should not be having bad reputation in the previous companies or in with the old colleagues because you don't know who will come and help you somehow. Okay. So these are the most questions we have. Again, someone has asked me about web worker and service worker. So when we talk about Angular, hardly some applications will be there where web worker and service workers are actually getting used. But the product-based companies have these questions a lot because they might be using it. So have a basic understanding of web worker and service worker clear. I don't know, like service worker, I have also not implemented, but web worker I have implemented. Like Shashi, can you explain web worker quickly? Like what kind of scenario we will have the web worker proper advantage? He left. Shashi, you're on mute.
Hello, can you guys hear me now?
Web worker. In Angular, they are asking web worker and service worker.
Completely missed your question. What you were? Sorry, what's the question? Sorry, I was doing something else. I'm so sorry,
Web,
guys.
yeah, web worker and service worker. They are asking this question in the interviews, specifically for product based. So what real-time example we can relate when we talk about web worker in Angular?
So basically, like simple, right? Okay, let's talk about web worker. What I know, right? Like it's something as you okay, it's something which is rarely used, to be honest. Like if you know that there is something which you want to handle from the front end, like which is a long taking task, and see for this you need to be very strong with your fundamental again, as I said, because first of all they will ask you why you really need web workers. Okay, there is a very simple idea about this, because your JavaScript only runs on a single threaded, it's a single threaded language, if everyone knows this, right? And just with one single thread, and for example you have to basically run something which takes a lot of time, which means you're going to block the other execution, correct? Which means if there is some kind of a logic which can be delegated to some web worker, so that's where the web worker comes into the picture. So that if there is any intensive task which can take a lot of time and which can block your threads, you basically go and create a web worker, and it is nothing but it's just a function which comes from your basically a JavaScript, a pure JavaScript, which basically has some computation which runs in the background, that's all. Okay, so you just need to understand, like if you don't know what is thread, what is main thread, what is blocking and all that, then things might not make sense anything to you. You will just go on AI, you will search about it, and you will like develop it. But
Right.
the real question is when you need to use a web worker. So that's the thing, like if you know, hey, if this is like for example if you just have a for loop and which has about 10 things to run, so you web worker doesn't make sense here. But for example you have some millions of record which you need to run, which you need to loop, you need to identify, or if you need to format, or if you need to do some magic around it, then you actually go and create a web worker, because you know that this for loop will take a lot of time because we have millions of record, and that's what you do, that's all. And it's just basically a function, that's it. So if you go on JavaScript, like we have this new worker, like you just need to instantiate with a new worker, and then you have worker dot post message, worker dot on. So you can also have some listeners, hey, if the work is complete, it will go and again send back to the execution context, hey, now my work is done and this is your output, something like that.
Right. Like a callback.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So second is NGRX. So again, when we talk about NGRX, everyone will be so focused on the NGRX, like you should know NGRX, but people, most of the project when we talk about service based, when the project is initially started, yeah, everyone will say we are going to use NGRX, but somehow they don't focus on that, because when we talk about service based, most of the project are focused on the functionality first. But when we talk about the interview, have proper example ready, even if in your project they might not be using it, or they are not at all using it, but on your personal level, create basic example, one with basic counter also. Be sure like what is reducer. You should be very clear ki at least theoretical part, when what type of a project will be there where you will use NGRX. Not every project need NGRX, right? Do one with very basic, do one with the API call integration where effected come into the picture, right? Don't, again, in every intro they will ask something new, but you cannot start preparing everything, right? Someone will ask web worker, someone will ask service worker, right? Someone will ask like AG grid. They might be using AG grid in a very different level. You cannot master AG grid into different level, right? Yes.
Again, I was mute. Okay, so I just had one point here about this NGRX thing. Okay, let me give my real example, how it was for me. So I was like 4.5 years of experience, and then I was applying for my like second job in Singapore, and that company requires NGRX. and I just saw that in the profile. And trust me guys, I just really learned the theory part, like what exactly the NGRX is, and I was able to explain it in the interview. And I was very honest with that guy that, hey, I just know about the theory part, but I'm pretty confident guy, like I can implement this quite easily. And that guy only just tested my fundamental work. And to be honest, I was a hater of NGRX before, because I did knew the power of what NGRX is capable of. That's why I was like, no, I don't use it because I rely more on RxJS, observable surveys, so I don't need it. But when I actually worked into a micro front end project where we have like 6+ team working on a same code base, with like it's the same product, right? Like 6 team are working on same product, and things can go a lot messier if you just go with observable way of sharing data. And there I really saw the power of this NGRX. And trust me, like you just need to understand, like if you have the same experience like me, like if you hate NGRX, but trust me, if the company requires it, let's just go and understand the fundamental at least, like what is this redux pattern, how does this pattern really works. And trust me, this will do the job. And just be very honest in the interview that, hey, like don't say that, hey, I know NGRX, I'm pro in that. Just be honest, because the interviewer also knows that not everybody knows NGRX, because it's not really required everywhere. So
Right.
it depends on project to project, like which project really needs an NGRX kind of a setup. So that's why. But you should be always prepared.
Right. Same goes for micro front end also, right? Just it is for interview, but again, have a one setup done by you, right? So you will be confident, right? Same goes with the NGRX also. Just learning the theory won't bring up that confidence. Have that practically created. When we talk about NGRX also, even though RxJS or even micro front end, have it practically done by yourself. Then that confidence will show into your answer, right? Because so many people are there, they are going to give the same answer. But what makes you apart? The confidence what you show while answering, right? If you have actually implemented it, you will be more confident in what thing you have done, right? Learning that by hearting that answer is something else, but practically you said it, that shows the confidence. Okay. Yeah, Neeraj, what is your question?
सर मैंने रिसेंटली फुल स्टैक डेवलपमेंट का कोर्स कंप्लीट किया था। और सर मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा मैं क्या करूं। मैं अप्लाई भी कर रहा हूं, बेसिकली ऑनलाइन भी अप्लाई कर रहा हूं, रेज्यूमे भी बना दिया, सब कुछ कर दिया है, फिर कॉल नहीं आ रही।
You are a fresher, Neeraj?
यस सर, आई एम फ्रेशर।
See, for fresher, it's experienced people are facing the same. So for fresher, again, it is very, you have to grow your network, reach out to more startups. They look for fresher, right? So I'm also
देखो
not very much connected with the fresher
देखो
experience you
नीरज,
got.
आई टेल यू वन थिंग, लाइक अब मैं आपको बताता हूँ दैट आपका कंपटीशन किससे। ओके,
हाँ जी,
सो
हाँ जी।
अभी आज के डेट में क्या हो गया, मैं आपको एकदम स्पष्ट भाषा में बताने की कोशिश करूंगा, एंड लेट्स सी हाउ यू टेक इट। अभी प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि आज के डेट में ले ऑफ हो रहा है, लाइक यूरोपियन कंपनी से लाइक बहुत इंडियंस लोग हैं जो ले ऑफ हो गए, जो अभी इंडिया वापस जा रहे हैं। बहुत सारे लोग अभी ओरेकल से ले ऑफ हुए हैं, यानी बहुत सारे लोग बड़ी बड़ी कंपनी से भी हुए हैं, गूगल से कोई हुए थे, कोई एप्पल से हुए थे। देखो प्रॉब्लम क्या होता है, अभी मार्केट में अगर फॉर एग्जांपल मेरे सामने, मैं एक कंपनी का मालिक हूँ, मेरे सामने एक बंदा बैठा है जो गूगल से ले ऑफ हुआ है, और मेरे सामने एक फ्रेशर बैठा है जो फ्रेशर है बेसिकली, तो आपको क्या लगता है मैं किसको चूज करूंगा?
सर जिसको एक्सपीरियंस है।
एग्जैक्टली तो अभी यहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम क्या, और वो एक्सपीरियंस भी छोड़ो, फॉर एग्जांपल अब मेरे पास एक 3 साल का एक्सपीरियंस बंदा है, एंड मेरे पास एक 5 साल का एक्सपीरियंस बंदा है, बट वो लेड ऑफ है। तो अब भी मेरा चॉइस सेम रहेगा कि मैं ओरेकल वाले को, या मैं वो एप्पल वाले को, या मैं गूगल वाले को ही लूंगा। सो बेसिकली अब आपको जो कंपटीशन है वो इन लोग से है। पहले क्या था कि फ्रेशर का कंपटीशन फ्रेशर से होता था, मैं 2019 और 18 की बात कर रहा हूँ।
ओके
और
सर।
आज के डेट में क्या हो गया कि अब आपके कंपटीशन ये लोग बन गए, मतलब आपको उनकी तरह बनना पड़ेगा अब, जस्ट बाय डूइंग। आई नो लाइक अब आपके लिए जर्नी और डिफिकल्ट होगा रादर देन जो अभी 7 साल 8 साल एक्सपीरियंस वाले लोग हैं, उनसे ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट होने वाला है। बट यू हैव टू स्टैंड आउट। एक लड़के का नाम बताता हूँ मैं, ध्रव्य शाह करके सर्च करना ट्विटर पे, ध्रव्य शाह करके। ये बंदा कुछ 19 या 20 साल का है। मुझे इससे कॉम्प्लेक्स हो गया भाई, बंदे ने क्या बनाया है प्रोडक्ट, एक सुपर मेमोरी करके इसने कुछ बनाया, प्रोडक्ट बनाया। ट्विटर पे जाना, इस बंदे को सर्च करना, ध्रव्य शाह। कॉलेज का
ओके
बंदा है,
सर।
यूएस में रहता है। और इस बंदे ने ऐसी चीज बना दी कि वर्सल जैसी कंपनी से हायर करना चाहती है, जो जो कि इसने काम भी किया उनके साथ इंटर्नशिप किया। बहुत कुछ किए। तो आपको उनके तरह बनना पड़ेगा। आप खुद को जस्ट एक फुल स्टैक कोर्स करके नहीं, कोर्स बनाओ और कुछ अपने लिए, नॉट कोर्स बनाओ, कुछ प्रोडक्ट बनाओ अपने अपने हिसाब से, कुछ प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने की कोशिश करो डाउन द लाइन। अगर आप खाली बैठे हो तो अपना सारा टाइम कोडिंग में इन्वेस्ट कर दो, लोगों को भी बताओ कि आप क्या कर रहे हो, ठीक है। अब यही एक चारा है, और कुछ
ओके
चारा नहीं है, मैं सिंपल बताऊंगा, और कोई चारा नहीं है। जो आप कर रहे हो, रीच आउट करो लोगों को, नौकरी पे जाओ, लिंक्डइन पे जाओ, इंडीड पे जाओ, जहां जाना है जाओ, लोगों से पूछो। बिकॉज सी, पूछने में कोई हाथ लगा, अगर आप 100 लोग को पूछोगे ना, सही बता रहा हूँ, एटलीस्ट आपको 5 लोग से तो रिप्लाई आएगा ही आएगा, क्योंकि आपको वो 5 में से लोग भी, बिकॉज मैं सबको रिप्लाई करता हूँ, मेरा बहुत सिंपल है भाई। मैं किसी को अंधेरे में नहीं रखता कि भाई देखो है तो बताऊंगा, हाँ भाई आई कैन हेल्प, नहीं है तो मैं बोलता सॉरी भाई आई कैन नॉट हेल्प। सो एटलीस्ट 100 में से 5 तो हेल्प करेंगे, तो वो उस 5 लोग को ढूंढने की कोशिश करो, ठीक है।
ओके सर।
Can I add one point here, Shashi, for Neeraj's question?
Yes man, please go ahead.
Yeah. So Muzammil here from Pune, working in Cognizant as a program manager. So मेरा भी जर्नी यूआई में है, मिक्स मैच है. स्टार्टिंग किया था एज एप्लीकेशन सपोर्ट. So for Neeraj, right? Not only Neeraj, for all freshers who are searching, right? So basically, what Shashi explained, right? That is to get the core skill in, in our technical core. सो वो तो कंटिन्यू रखना है एंड वो हासिल करना है. ओके, दैट इज द कोर थिंग विच वी नीड टू डू, बिकॉज एज यू सिलेक्टेड फुल स्टैक, सो यू हैव टू बिकम अ फुल स्टैक. ओके, तो उसके लिए क्या करना है वो इट डिपेंड्स ऑन यू. सो आउट ऑफ 24 आवर्स नेसेसरी के अलावा कितने घंटे तुम खुद को बनाने के लिए दे रहे हो, दैट इज डिपेंड ऑन यू. अदर देन दैट, whenever you are checking with people, right, for your job, so don't tell them, like, check with full, if full stack opening है तुम्हें पता है तो तुम उनको शेयर करना. अगर तुम्हें नहीं पता, तुम डायरेक्टली चेक कर रहे हो, तो तुम ऐसे भी चेक कर सकते हो कि फ्रेशर की ओपनिंग है क्या. नो मैटर कि वो फ्रेशर में क्या चीज के लिए है. अगर फ्रेशर के लिए है, सिर्फ यूआई के लिए, सो यू हैव टू गो विथ यूआई ओनली. ओके, सो अगर तुम्हें फुल स्टैक है तो तुम्हें यूआई, सिर्फ यूआई की अगर अपॉर्चुनिटी है, तो व्हाई यू आर स्टिक विथ फुल स्टैक ओनली, यू कैन गो विथ यूआई. अगर वहां पे फिलहाल के लिए ओपनिंग है, सपोर्ट के लिए, सपोर्ट रोल के लिए, देन ऑल्सो यू कैन अप्लाई. ओके, एंड अगर एक हफ्ते का टाइम है इंटरव्यू के लिए, देन यू कैन प्रिपेयर फॉर दैट. यू कैन जस्ट गेट इन टू द environment where you can learn how the real time environment works. And then once you start working and earning, right, after 1 year, as your core skill is full stack or UI developer or Angular developer or React developer, you will get that opportunity as well. But you have to be come into the environment. जैसे ही तुम environment में घुस जाओगे ना, तो you will get the opportunity. Shashi,
ओके
you can correct, okay, if you feel I made any wrong statement.
No, you are 100% correct. Because see, देख सिंपल सा फंडा है, लाइक पता नहीं, एक मुहावरा भी है इस पे। देखो भाई, हमारे पास ऑप्शन नहीं है यहाँ पे चूज करने का। पहले एक टाइम था, लाइक वी कैन से हे नो, आई नीड एंगुलर डेवलपमेंट ओनली.
Exactly. Shashi, you got my point actually.
It was there in 2018, 2019. Like we can be like, hey, no, I'm not looking for this and that. Now this is not that time. Whatever you get, you have to choose it as a fresher, and
हाँ,
because you need
एक्चुअली उसी टाइम
experience.
से ना शशि, ये मत बन गया है कि जावा डेवलपर, ओरेकल डीबीए, एसएपी, ये सब ये बन गया है. ये 18-16 से ये बन गया है, और वही ट्रेंड आज तक चलता आ रहा है. इसलिए फ्रेशर सिलेक्ट कर लेते हैं, अरे जावा डेवलपर बनना है. बट अल्टीमेटली, व्हाई वी आर डूइंग ऑल ऑफ दिस? वी वांट टू अर्न, वी वांट टू सर्वाइव. फॉर दैट यू हैव टू डू एनीथिंग, मैन. है ना?
ओके सर.
एंड एक और चीज बोलूंगा यहाँ पे, फेक इट अंटिल यू मेक इट, ठीक है। थोड़ा वो भी, ये भी एक चीज है जो अप्लाई करता, मतलब मैंने बहुत लोगों को बोला है करने के लिए. सो ऑल्सो गिव इट अ ट्राई. लाइक फेक इट अंटिल यू मेक इट सिंपल है, जो आपने फेक किया आपको प्रूफ भी करना पड़ेगा आफ्टर यू गेट द जॉब, ठीक है। आई डोंट नो, लाइक सी फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर मैं मेरी एग्जांपल की बात करूं, अगर आप लोग अभी मुझे मेरा प्रोफाइल देख के बोलोगे वाह शशि का क्या प्रोफाइल है, इसने कैसे किया, क्या किया, मतलब मैं अपने आप को इतना भी वाव प्रोफाइल नहीं है, बट मैं आपको मेरी जर्नी भी बताता हूँ. व्हेन आई वाज पार्ट ऑफ एलटीआई, आई वाज जस्ट डूइंग एक्सेल, ठीक है। मैं आपको अभी एक रियलिटी बता रहा हूँ मेरे लाइफ की, ठीक है। मेरा भी कुछ वैसा ही जर्नी था. आई स्टार्टेड विद एक्चुअली एक्सेल, बिकॉज जब मैंने स्टार्ट किया 2018 में, मेरे पास कोई नहीं था गाइडेंस के लिए. You guys are privileged that you guys have learning partner like अपना चेतन भाई जैसे लोग हैं जो यूट्यूब पे बहुत चीजें कर रहे हैं, लोगों को हेल्प कर रहे हैं. ट्रस्ट मी, मेरे टाइम पे कुछ भी ऐसा नहीं था. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट 2018. कोई यूट्यूबर रिप्लाई तक नहीं करता था कि भाई अगर मैं आपकी सजेशन मांगने जाऊं. मेरे पास कोई बड़ा भाई भी नहीं था कि जो मुझे आईटी में थोड़ा गाइड कर दे, जो कर दे. तो मुझे लगा था कि एक्सेल करना ही सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपमेंट होता है, बिकॉज आई वाज पार्ट ऑफ एलटीआई. इट्स अ बिग थिंग फॉर मी. आई वाज कमिंग फ्रॉम अ वेरी मिडिल क्लास फैमिली. मुझे लगा एलटीआई में जॉब कर रहा है और क्या चाहिए. बट आई वाज जस्ट डूइंग एक्सेल, ट्रस्ट मी. एंड आई वाज लाइक ओके, तो दैट्स ऑल, इट्स सो इजी टू डू. बट जब मैंने जॉब के लिए फर्स्ट जॉब के लिए अप्लाई किया एंड उसने बोला कि, एंड आई थॉट ओके लेट मी गो फॉर दिस जॉब रोल, डॉट नेट डेवलपमेंट का जॉब था कुछ. एंड उसने मुझे एक टेस्ट दिया एंड आई वाज लिटरली कंप्लीटली ब्लैंक पूरा, लाइक आधे घंटे के लिए. एंड मैंने वो शट डाउन कर दिया लैपटॉप एंड आई वाज क्राइंग कि यार ये क्या हो गया. मुझे लगा कि मुझे बहुत कुछ आता है. एंड आई वाज अ स्कूल टॉपर, कॉलेज टॉपर, सब था मैं मतलब उस टाइम पे. एंड आई वाज लाइक कि मेरे से ये क्यों नहीं हो पाया. गाइज आई एम शेयरिंग जस्ट माई पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस सो दैट बहुत पर्सनल चीज़ें मेरे लिए मैं, ताकि आप लोग को कॉन्फिडेंस दे पाऊँ बेसिकली. एंड फॉर मी, मैंने वहां से स्टार्ट किया. यू गाइज वोंट बिलीव, आई वॉज वर्किंग फॉर 18 आवर्स. ठीक है, 9 घंटा एल के लिए एक्सेल, 9 घंटा खुद के लिए मेरा डेवलपमेंट. एंड मैंने एल में अपने लिए अपॉर्चुनिटी खोजा. लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मैंने आई वॉज टॉकिंग अबाउट प्रॉब्लम्स. हे व्हाई नॉट ऑटोमेट दिस, बिकॉज देयर वाज थ्री guys who comes in 3 shift, and the job of there was to monitor something, monitor a server. If the server file has more than 100 files, they have to delete the file. बिकॉज अगर सर्वर उनकी बहुत लाइक मशीन काफी लो बजट वाले होते हैं, तो ना सर्वर क्रैश कर जाता है तो प्रोडक्शन बंद हो जाएगा. जॉनसन एंड जॉनसन का, वो मेरे क्लाइंट थे. सो मैंने इसे ऑटोमेट किया. सो आई जस्ट ऑटोमेटेड. आई एम सो सॉरी गाइज, आई शुड स्पीक इन इंग्लिश. आई एम सो सॉरी. So that's why I saw an opportunity. I thought, okay, I was learning .NET. Why not create a automation tool by using C Sharp? So I created a C Sharp tool which does this automation. It goes to the server, it checks for the file. If there is more than 15 files, it will send email to the stakeholders. If it is more than 50 files, it will go and auto delete and give and also send an email to the stakeholder that the file got deleted. And because of this, we can get rid of 3 developers, like they were engineers basically, service support engineer, that's what they called. So that's why I was trying to create opportunity for myself in LTI itself. So I was trying to see, okay, this problem can be solved with my knowledge, this can be solved with my knowledge. So I created a dashboard for them by using Angular and .NET. I created a complete dashboard which was monitoring whole server of Johnson and Johnson. They had about 35 production servers all over the world. And I proposed an idea that let's build a server where we can monitor this with a good UI, with a good backend, latest technology and all that. And that's how my journey basically started. Because I don't wanted to limit myself just by doing Excel sheets. Agar for example, if I was doing that thing now in 2026, I will be the first guy who will get laid off very easily. If I was someone who was okay, I'm getting well paid, I don't have to learn new things, I'm good. That's the problem. Okay. So please do not limit yourself and please be very confident. If I can do, then you guys can also do it easily. Trust me when I say this. Okay.
ओके सर.
Yeah.
और
Over
सर
to you.
इसमें इंग्लिश मेन होती है बोलने.
Yeah.
ओके सर.
English you cannot, like you guys cannot skip this, okay? Because English is something, is an international language. I'm someone who lives in Europe. I'm in Sofia, Bulgaria. Here people talk Bulgarian language, but one common language is English. Like I went to
Okay.
Austria like last week, like, but I was able to communicate with a lot of people just because of English. So English should be there. Okay.
ओके सर.
Yeah.
ओके सर.
Yeah, Bhavna. Go ahead.
ओके. थैंक यू सर.
Welcome. Bhavna.
Yeah, sorry, I was not able to unmute
Yeah,
myself.
go ahead.
So I have total 8 years of experience as an Angular developer. Like, I heard you all saying that we should, increase our skill sets. So initially I was a Java developer, but due to some requirements, I was in same company for 7.5 years. Okay. So I know Java, but while I'm giving interviews, they want someone who has worked on Java for like 4 to 5 years. So this is where I'm finding it a problem. Like, even when I was working on Angular, I had code access of Java, so I knew how it works. So how do we crack an interview? Like even if I start learning Node.js, okay. So cracking that interview is a difficult thing because they want someone who has extensively worked, like they have, project knowledge. They want someone who has worked on projects in company.
Right.
So how do we tackle such situation?
See, again, like once you add the full stack now, either it is with
Mm-hmm.
.NET or Java, they won't care about Angular. They will only care about the backend,
Yes, that's
right?
what is happening.
So
Yeah,
don't
correct.
again be limited with your company work. You can, even though like I don't know, like when we talk about Java also, like what we mostly do is the API development. Either it is .NET or Java. At least 50% what we do API development. Then deployment and everything comes into picture. Your job, Jenkins and everything, right? So create your own projects. By the time, let's say you have
Okay,
given 5 to 6 interview, you get to know ki what they are asking, right?
right.
To work on that because there is no
So
alternate way. Once you add the Java, they will only focus on the Java itself.
correct. So I also wanted to ask, like when I tell them, I try to be honest most of the times. I tell them that I have 1 year of experience in Java and 8 years in Angular.
Hmm.
So some HRs only told me to, answer to the company, like they were the consultants. They said that
Hmm.
please can you say 4 years in
Right.
Java?
Obviously,
So
now with 1 year, they won't go ahead again. So
yes, right. That's what
one
is
year is
happening.
kind of a pressure only then, right? So you also
Mm-hmm.
have to lie a little bit that you have worked at least 3 years or 4 years, and parallelly Angular and React, Angular and Java task you were getting, and this was what you worked, right? By the
Okay,
5 or 6 interview, you know everything what they are asking and prepare on that. That is the only thing what we are doing. Everyone is doing.
okay.
.NET people are also doing the same thing. Okay.
Okay. But Chetan, I have one more question. So I currently I'm not working from February. I'm just applying for jobs. I gave some interviews, but what I'm observing is in January I was just clearing first round, but after that I cleared second round, third round, but
Hmm.
after that I'm not getting calls. Some companies are good that they are at least giving reviews.
Hmm.
And one of the companies, a very big company in Pune. So what they did, they took interview, and towards the last interview, they asked me about Gen AI, then
Hmm.
micro frontend SSR. So I don't have experience in this. Initial 2 rounds, it was okay. All of the sudden, in last round, they are sending like review that
Hmm.
uh, the candidate doesn't know this, which was not
Right.
written in job description. So now there are a lot of things. Now, if I see my list, I need to learn Gen AI, Node.js,
But
Java, now
see, when
DevOps
we talk
also.
about full
Yeah.
stack developer has to get into that Gen AI role, right?
Okay.
When you say if you are an Angular, the next step will be a full stack. If you are already a full stack, the next thing will be Gen AI. So you should be able to integrate all the APIs, either OpenAI
Okay.
API or so many Google services or whatever, right? So that
Okay.
integration into our application, that full stack developer does, right?
Mm-hmm.
Again, SSR,
Got it.
forget about SSR. Not all Angular applications are using SSR. So one
Correct.
of the companies might ask it, so you can ignore that. But Gen AI, again, it's not something new. You already knowing it, you might be already using it. Just get the right
Yes.
term, what questions are there related to Gen AI, and they also don't know. So they just want to check the confidence. Yeah, you are
Mm-hmm.
aware about what things are happening or not. Got it?
Yes, correct. This I observed last year. Like NGRX, most of the people were asking, but the person who was taking interview, he was also not aware of it. He said
Right.
upfront that, we are not using it, but we want to implement this. So we
Correct.
just want basic knowledge. Yeah,
Right.
thank you.
Even though people
This
are
answers my
using it
question.
also, na, limited copy paste work they might be doing, or initially project started, they might have implemented it, but now they might not be using it. But again, just to filter out the good candidate, they ask
Mm-hmm.
NGRX. Got it?
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah,
I,
thanks.
I can share the perspective of that interviewer basically because I also take interviews, so I can really share why this question was asked. Like even if it was not part of the job description, the moment I asked this question, this really gives me a sense of belief that okay, this girl or this boy is someone who is aware about what is latest technology changes, what is things going on right now, and all that. Because there are two types of developer: one who just come to office, go back to his home, and that's all. And
Right.
another one, there is a developer who basically does his job in the office and also grills something outside the office, so that he's aware about what is going on right now in the market and he's aware about everything. So if I'm someone, I will not choose this as my choosing parameter. Like, hey, if he gives answer for Gen AI, then only I'm gonna select her or him, whatever it is. So I'm just trying to understand the candidate, like how much aware he is about the latest technology stacks out there. That's all.
Right. Correct. right?
Okay.
People are asking this just to check like how you are updated, or you are just limited to the work what is getting assigned to you in the company. So keep open mind, see what things are happening around, right? Again, it is not again us with versus AI, it is AI versus AI, right? So keep it up, keep what things are happening, right? Yeah, Sai Kiran, next question, then we can wrap up. It's almost 1 hour. Let me allow you to unmute. Yeah, you can unmute Sai Kiran and yes.
Yeah. Hi, Chetan.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I have around like 10 years of experience. So initially, I started with startups. Later, since 2019, I have moved to MNC, which I'm currently working with entity data. So right now, since the start of my career, I was an IC, individual contributor. So that is getting continued now as well. So since 2019. So I have been keep moving from one project to other project, but everywhere I'm the only IC person. Somewhere around in the month of maybe in the last year, I got into some next project, some banking project. So there are a couple of people who with me, and basically then I was a non-technical, I'm from non-IT background. So uh, I got removed from that project because I don't know because like if the kind of because I don't have any kind of mentor or something. Like if I get a problem, okay, I will Google. I get the Stack Overflow. Okay, if this is a thing, okay, apply so and so, get it done. So when I was in that particular project, there was a time that okay, I cannot use. It was just the beginning of AI, Gemini and everything. So last year, uh, so they told you cannot use AI, something like that. So I was basically moved behind of them, and I got removed because I don't know the basic things also according to them. But I know that Angular things. I've been working with Angular since 2019. So right now, last year, after getting removed from that project, I just joined another project with React. I'm completely new for that. So now React. The moment I joined the React, AI is in full way. So I just used AI for generating the designs, then coding, and everything. So now I was in this. Now the project is completely in UAT. So now I don't have any kind of work. I'm just supporting it. So right now I just want to understand, and even because of an IC, some days I feel demotivated. It's like I want to do by listening to to one of the YouTubers and all those. Okay, let's do an Angular project. I'll start it today, then I will postpone it today tomorrow. I will not be in a mood, or I will not because I don't have any kind of pressure in one sense. So I just want to take your point how to overcome this, and just to be on, because Naukri and everything that's not helping out me. I know the real struggles over there. So I want to use, at least I can, if I train someone like fresh, if I train some ex-person, if someone can collaborate with me, I'm just thinking, okay, this might help me, because even now I'm just doing the migration work of the converting to Bitbucket to GitHub. So it's very calm, nothing. But in terms of, it's not a technical. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
Right. Yeah, normally like this job, like mostly backend people are doing it. Most of the companies are switching their repo from Bitbucket to GitHub now, because again with Copilot they need everything, right? So almost every project are doing it. So sometimes if the team doesn't have a separate DevOps person, then backend people might be doing it, right? So I don't know like how you, again, like so many people are there in the companies who are sole player. They know like their manager also know, or they might be somehow get famous. Like if something is there which need R&D, or some, we don't want to disturb the normal developer, normal sprint work, they have some members, just as you said, right? But again, don't be limited, right? On a personal level, you can start exploring, like think of any idea. Like Shashi has created that interview portal, he is about to get a client who will buy that, right? So there are so many project ideas till now also. automation, right? So many things are happening manually. I tried for myself. So many things are there. You can explore anything like that, right? So that's way how you are, because curiosity should be there,
Mhm.
right? That's we have to generate. Curious, if curiosity is not there, again, motivation won't be there, right?
Correct.
So
So I
something
mean,
you have to
curious.
develop.
Before AI coming to my work thing, to my table, I was
Hmm.
curious and I used to do all those things. So now, okay, chalta hai, okay, whatever I do, AI is doing. So what is the curious thing? What is the something that I really can
But
learn?
again, with the AI, there are so many things which we are not able to do with the Stack Overflow, right? Now
Mm.
you don't have to waste your time reading all the answers, whatever question was there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now it is on another level. You can, whatever you can think, whatever is possible, you can complete it with the help of AI. So
Huh.
new things are there now to explore, right? Okay.
Mhm. So I just want, I mean, I'm just taking this forum. Just, I'm ready to, help anyone, so that I collaborate, like just to
Yeah,
utilize my learning experience and my experience,
right.
so I can
Reach
just
out to
train
me,
someone.
share me your, ping me on WhatsApp. We have a
Mm,
learning partner group just for the discussion. I
mm,
will add it to there. So many people are who don't have job. They want to also, you know, collaborate with
mm.
someone. So you guys can connect.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Most of the people are
Because,
doing it also. Okay.
mm,
Just ping me on WhatsApp. Right?
sure, sure, sure.
Yeah. Fine. So thank you guys. I most like whatever the question you have shared. Again, how to the notice period, right? That is again those who are already working, like notice period handling is the big thing. So I would say even though you have a notice period of 3 months, put 1 month in Naukri. No one will call you with the 3 month of notice period. If you have decided that you have to leave the company, put 1 month as a notice period over there. Once you get the offer, put down your paper, right? But you have 1 month to get one more offer. Okay. The company which will hire you for 1 month of notice period, again, you say like, that, what do we say? That you are on bench, they might release you in 1 month or anything. Your project is about to end, you're not tech to a project, anything you say. Just get one offer with 1 month of notice period. Put down your paper and sequentially try to get one offer. Okay. That is the only thing we can do. There is no other shortcut to handle the notice period. Okay. You have to lie. And again, you have to take the risk also. Okay. Yeah. So almost question, I think I have covered. Again, if something is missed, reach out to me on WhatsApp or Shashi also if something related to Shashi is there. Okay. We'll be happy to answer. Okay. Thank you all. I know it's 10:30, but still around 80 people are there. So this shows the seriousness also, right? Market is really bad. Again, don't be limited. Keep on working, keep on exploring, keep again be active on the LinkedIn, right? Don't be just like how you are using your Insta and other social platform. Use LinkedIn like that. That is the earning point of our most what that portal is supposed to use it like that, right? Share your journey, whatever you are learning something new, share it on the LinkedIn. That's how you reach out to the new people. Try to see something. Most of you might be following me, right? I'm sharing intro question, some of you are sharing me the intro question. I'm sharing that. So with each post, so many people are reaching out. Okay. That hash keyword, whatever you pass. I also previously you didn't do this, but now I started it. So many people, new people are getting connected. They are also sharing like these are the scenario based question. That's how I have started that series also. Okay. Thank you. So remaining you can, if possible, again, I will try to schedule this in the coming week, in the weekdays. Okay. Thank you, Shashi, Anand, sorry, Ruchita and everyone. Okay. Those who have contributed. Thank you all. Thanks for joining.